Repaints are fairly common in the Jurassic and Transformers toy lines, just to name a few, but sometimes they'll justify that by actually giving you the same character model on screen in a variety of colors. I'm not surprised they made another Raptor squad, but I'm a little surprised they stopped at just 4 colors. Come on, Mattel, go all out. Give us like a dozen. Today, we've got a drink flight inspired by the Jurassic World Dominion Atrociraptors and 2 Takara Tomy figure collections of those very beasts. For this atrocious drink flight, you'll need triple sec, whipped cream vodka, vanilla almond milk, vanilla syrup, orange bitters, food coloring, and of course, 4 matching glasses. To make them, start by making some triple sec orange. Pour some into a separate container and add your food coloring. I'm doing 2 drops of yellow and 1 drop of red for every 4 ounces, but if you have orange food coloring, 3 drops of that should work too. I'm going for a darker color here since it will be diluted in the drink. Then set out 4 glasses, 1 for Ghost, Tiger, Panthera, and Red, and add an ice cube to each. Pour in a ½ ounce of regular triple sec into Ghost, a ½ ounce of that orange triple sec into both Tiger and Panthera, and a full ounce of that orange triple sec into Red. Add a dash of orange bitters into all but Red. Add a ½ ounce of that whipped cream flavored vodka into all 4 glasses. Then add a ¼ ounce of vanilla syrup into all 4 glasses if you're using unsweetened vanilla almond milk like me. Otherwise, you could use a little bit less. Add an ounce and a half of your vanilla almond milk of choice or something similar into the first 3 glasses. Then pour in just 1 ounce into Red's glass. Finally, stir up Ghost, Panthera, and Red's glasses, leaving Tiger's to show off those layers. Yes, the colors are flipped for Tiger's drink because Tiger is the one who gets flipped during the Malta chase. Decide where you're gonna start and enjoy. Cheers! Takara Tomy has a long-running toy line called Ania, where they put out these slightly articulated animal replicas, and they started adding Jurassic characters a couple of films into the Jurassic World franchise. They continued into Dominion, giving us the full Atrociraptor pack, although not all at once. Tiger gets her own separate box for some reason. Why not release them all individually or put them all in the same box? Could be to maintain certain price points, or maybe they couldn't fit all 4 into the specific box sizes of these sets. Either way, at least they're all available. The single box figures typically retail for 1,000 yen, and the 3 packs go for 2,500 to 3,000 yen apiece. All 4 characters feature the exact same sculpt and articulation, but with different paint jobs. The jaws can open and close pretty wide. Both legs can rotate forward and back at the hips. And there are 2 breaks in the tail. The first is where the tail meets the rest of the body. The sphere in the middle is split in 2, allowing it to bend. However, it can also rotate around the plugs, so you can rotate it enough to make it bend vertically, horizontally, or any which way you choose. The same joint is in the halfway point of the tail, allowing for the most dynamic movement in the whole figure. While the poses are otherwise extremely static, I love them because they look just like 3D models. More displayability than playability, I guess. If you don't care for the crouching poses of the Mattel figures, this is your next best bet, unless you want them to scale with the human figures. If you care even less about scale and articulation, then you have these. Takara Tomy also put out a set of capsule figures, this one being the Raptor Collection. You could get all 4 Atrociraptors, the Pyroraptor, and Beta. And that's it! No blue! Because they've re-released blue multiple times and are probably feeling blue fatigue like I am. The Atrociraptors, like their Ania counterparts, are all the exact same sculpt. Same pose, same parts and everything, just different paint jobs. They're all pretty close in paint schemes to the Ania ones, although red is a much deeper color bordering on maroon. Each of the 4 has the main body, both legs, both arms, and the tail to plug in. Due to multiple variables, including paint thickness and how well they shaved off the extra bits of plastic, you could either have a difficult time getting some of these parts in, or you could have a difficult time keeping them in. You might have to shave some parts down or glue some parts in if they don't all plug in smoothly. While the jaws are obviously separate pieces, they are glued in, so you can't swap those around. As you may have guessed, this rock is required for them to stay upright, which is why it's glued into the foot as well. It was either that or huge feet, and who wants that? Otherwise, you can swap all the parts around and make your own wild Raptor squad, especially if you get duplicates, assuming you're able to get these from the capsule machines themselves. I usually rely on places like HobbyLink Japan to get cases of capsule figures, but they haven't been stocking the Godzilla or Jurassic ones lately. So I've had to rely on someone selling a full set on the auction sites. Because of this, I don't know their exact retail cost, so I'm guessing 300 to 600 yen per capsule. I also assume these were evenly distributed and that there were no chase figures in this set. If there were, I hope it wasn't one of the Atrociraptors because that would be super frustrating, which means it would have to be either the Pyroraptor or Beta, both also requiring rocks to stand upright. Since these aren't in scale to one another and are instead roughly the same size, it's possible that this Beta scales with the mainline humans. Takara Tomy has released multiple Jurassic capsule sets with some pretty awesome sculpts, so I hope they continue them, or at least I hope other shops make them available, preferably both. Otherwise, if these are what you're looking for, I want to wish you good luck on your hunt, thank you for watching, and remind you to always drink responsibly.